morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, world. This is the Rastafari International Ambassador, JahBunny, the badass, the man from Buzzwalk, Bacawal. And today we're gonna have a different kind of approach again to the Rastafari movement. Um, the topic for today is propaganda. The world is run by propaganda. Today, generation of Rastafari is trying to turn propaganda into a reality. Let us talk about that. Yeah, so I guess some people never know certain things, so we will have to put these things ahead of the agenda now. Before I start out, I want to say maximum respect goes out to my brethren again, Fiera Ramesses, and all youth vanguard. Yesterday I went to the market, and I was talking to one of my youth brethren. I said something to him that was very simple and profound. I said to him, brethren, when me left Jamaica, I and I coulda take Jamaica because the level where we depend, we coulda more than take Jamaica because we did have bigger gun and we were more serious. The youth look for me and say, yeah man, because they does not take that. You see how the youth respond? See how the youth respond? The youth say, yeah man, because they just take that, so believe me. Now, if for some old or some other people me I talk to when I know with history, they might want to tell me, say, me nah no sense and me I eat that on a dream. Me a dream. So, me tell you, I put something to you now where you never know about Rasta. And Bongo Wata couldn't teach you this about Rasta because him himself never know about this aspect of Rasta because of his agenda. So listen to this. Yes, greetings. Today we're going to discuss the 12-point program of the Rastafari Movement, which is the revolutionary aspect of things. A lot of you didn't know that Rastafari was a real revolutionary movement. So, point one was development of national black student organization of the Rastafari movement. 2, development of ideology, freedom school. The purpose of the freedom school would be to develop career with the revolutionary theory and doctrine of Rastafari movement. These schools will teach the history of the movement, current event, political theory, method of school social action, method of self-defense, basic principle of guerrilla warfare, techniques of social dislocation, propaganda, teaching, and indoctrination, black history, etc. Essentially, the school will be political. 3, development of rifle club, The Rifle Club will be made up of local veteran, other people from community. The purpose of the Rifle Club is to develop a black military capability of protecting the black community. This military would be work with the Liberation Army and would serve as a base for the establishment of Rastafari community government. Development of Liberation Army, Guerrilla Youth Force. The purpose of the Liberation Army is to carry out political, economical, physical overthrow of the system. The Liberation Army role is to take over cities, cause complete social dislocation of communication, etc. Our countryside is the city all over the country. Therefore, the major part of guerrilla warfare in Babylon will take place in the cities. The cities are the pocket of power and heart of the economy. 5. Development of propaganda training center and national organ. The purpose of this center is to train cadre in techniques and method of propaganda, and also to act as center for the movement. Classes in intelligence, etc. will be taught. The two most important things are a press and publishing community. Rastafari Nation organ. It will act as an organizer and coordinator for the movement. It will be journal of idea and direction. 6. Development of underground vanguard. Rastafari Nation can be classified as an underground vanguard. All Rastafari members will be working to spread the vanguard as far as possible. The purpose is to develop a revolutionary machine that is capable of continuing the revolution of the elders so they are not wiped out. That's something I'm going to stop now because a lot of people never knew Rastafari was a real revolutionary movement. And upon this point now we are going to try to reason today. Yes, massive. So as you can see, my generation, when we set the levels of Rastafari in Jamaica from a revolutionary aspect, this teaching was privileged only to certain of us that were connected to the revolutionary aspect of things. It was my generation when we fly out with the movement moving. Wherever we go, be it the US, be it the UK, be it Canada, be it Europe, we align ourselves with other black revolutionary movement because one movement saying it loud, we black and proud. So wherever we go and there was people involved in black liberation struggle, I would join these struggle and struggle the struggle. The different with the now generation, and the first, second, and third generation to a point is that this now generation is trying to rewrite history, is trying to reset what was set. Now, as we know, and I say we because we are talking about black people now that have knowledge of what I am discussing here today, is that the world is run up by propaganda. Propaganda is what runs the world. All the wars that we see that fight in our lifetime, propaganda is what give the basis, whether right or wrong, for that war. Now, His Majesty is a propagandist. Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, all these black leaders use propaganda to launch a campaign of black supporters. Rastafari, we, following the teaching of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, we also becomes participation of the propaganda aspect of the dark days. 3/4, I'm going to say it to a long time early in the thing. And people were, and now someone just put the T together and the I together to get what we really talk about. This whole trading of Rastafari, the question whether it is real or false was never an issue for my generation. My generation never questioned whether it goes or it not goes so. All my generation did really dwell upon is that a freedom at the basic of whatever was being taught to us. Freedom was the bottom line, basic of it. We never take no time to go find out whether Marcus Garvey did mean this or mean that. We never say, my generation never say no philosophy. We never say none of His Majesty's speech. We never see none of His Majesty by law. But yet we were able to function upon a tangible, meaningful movement that the world today have gravitated to. We never have none of His Majesty teaching when we, my generation, me can speak for my generation because me go to a holy yard camp meeting. And me remember when me a little youth a grow. And an elder, say for example, an elder would have put forth an agenda. And if a youth say, I can't do it this way. You know what the elder that say? So Bunny, if you can't do it that way, man, do it for I. No elder never tell me when me tell him say me can't do certain things. Say me can't do it. You hear how the elder would have respond? Then Bunny, if you think say you can accomplish that, do that for I. Today, when a man hear and next man come up with an idea, a man start debate whether it right, whether it wrong, and the whole just beat down the idea. Today, me not hear no man a come up with no new idea. All man a do is quote speeches, not knowing says half of these speeches was made as propaganda, not real. not real. I mean, as a youth, don't think say me just come as and just a chat, you know. Me as a man will listen to practically every man we talk about this levity. Me don't know if every man listen to high, but me I tell you say me listen to most man. Me a Jerry Small follower. Me miss Jerry Small right now because my iron can't get sharp because me not hear where I preach no more. Me's a Muta follower. Me's a Kabu follower. I hear say Miguel sick. I want him get well. Because me no have no bad wish for none of my brother and my sister them. Yeah, I a Rasta. I just a kick it how my brains can work with it. So because me listen to all the man them, me is able to analyze, not attack, but analyze what some man a deal with. Some man a deal with universally following, I man a deal with universally following. So certain man I listen to intensely, certain man I just skip through. However, such man just returned from Ghana, and I see such man do 2 program, and one of the program, I see such man do a program while he was in Ghana. It was very enlightening because I'm up on the ground and talk to some people. But then I see such man do a program with a youth who is, for lacking a better word, a bald youth. And I never hear such man establish the youth background or anything. The youth come across as a bright youth, English youth, and the youth say him is a Rasta. So no man can question the youth there when him say him say my Rasta. But then the youth go as far now as to write several books on Rasta. Young youth, I think that youth could have been my grandson. But him write several books on Rasta. And him have it where him have it. So I listen to the youth. I now attack the youth. I smile and I say to myself, say, this youth is very inspiring. I wonder if any of my youth, them and grand youth, them, can take him on as a scholar. Because youth and youth, so it won't go right for one of my youth, them take him on and say, yo, my virgin, this is so and so and so and so. And you know, it would make a nice debate for have a youth like that with any of my youth or grand youth, because this will be generational reasoning. But what I find strange in this exchange is such man allow the youth to speak as an authority pan Rasta without even establishing where I come from. So to me now, this is how this generation, such man and the youth, how they have a deliberately campaign to rewrite and wipe out what was said. I am not here trying to wipe out what was said. I am here trying to add and clarify. Now, the last program I listened with such man, just imagine the kind of debate that such man come with now. Can a bald man be a Rasta? Just listen to that, you know. What that have to do with going back to Africa? What that topic have to do with the black liberation struggle? So you see, such man intentionally want to make Rastafari liberty and the nation of Rastafari to be about going here and not going here. You see how trivial such man is. It's so petty. No, we are talking about a people history, a people yearning for freedom, a people wanting to go back to their origin, who want to go back. And this brethren take 4 hours to discuss whether or not a bald man can be a Rasta. Now, what I find so ironic, you know, because I listen to it, I never call in because I have to give respect where respect due, and his program, his agenda. This is my agenda, this is my program. So, no, I am not allowing anyone to come and disrupt my agenda. So I am not, I don't have no intent to go up on no man program go say we are trying to prove points. So I'm not trying to prove any points. But what I have noticed is that such man allow in that 4 hour, I think around 5 caller to call in. 5 caller. And what I notice that such man have an agenda. Because such man never allow caller with independent Rasta idea outside of a bubble shanty thing. So it's like, don't call your program a Rasta program. Call your program a bubble program. Because 4 bubble people me hear you make call in and you make them talk and disrespect the rest of the Rasta nation without even knowing so that them are done. Because when you are going to say you run a Rasta program, and all you do is allow other bubble man to call in and scream and shout down upon the next man we have a independent views. That no make it Rasta. That no make it, and these things that me find a 9 with you. And you put yourself across like you universal. But not no universal about you. Because after the man them kick up your little bald brethren, book writer brethren, what you do in the end? Bring on back the little man to come promote him book. I'm going to tell you too. I did buy that book there, you know. But I don't feel I have to buy the book. Because, no disrespect, what can a youth like that really tell now a Rasta baby like I? Because him afraid to even identify himself that him is a Rasta. Him is a Rasta baby. And as such, I saw the thing set. But a next thing when I realize in a Rastafari is that the now generation have the spotlight now. So because una now look as to what was set, and una know nothing about what was set. That put it this way. Because if you know what the black liberation struggle was all about, then you wouldn't bring it down today and turn it in a religious struggle. Black liberation struggle cannot be a religious struggle. The liberation struggle cannot have no spiritual component to it. Because spirituality is personal and private. Where some people for know, especially most Rasta for know, no generation Rasta should know, is that Sasha Marley is not only for Rasta, and it's not only Rasta that is desirous to go forward to Africa. Now, speaking about Sasha Marley, I am ashamed when me see footage of Sasha Marley. You want to tell me, say, going back to Africa as you and your friend them a preach is going back to Sasha Marley? You a tell me now, say me should have left out of Babylon, where me there right now, UK, London. Left out of this and go to Sasha Marley, go live in a squalor? And that don't really I tell the world, say, what? Me tell you something. No, you see why Rasta are fade out. You don't have to come better than that, brethren. You don't have to come better than that. You have to show me a Sasha Marley with some sweet, beautiful living accommodation. You can't tell me if you take up my family. You such man. Now take up your family and carry. Go live with Sasha Marley. You're not doing it. So why promote that aspect of going back to Africa? Come in and promote that, you know. Me not have to put my mouth a ground. Me not promoting for nobody left out of the West or out of Jamaica. For go live in a squalor. Last night, me see a program with Obadiah when him left Jamaica 1960 how long, come to London, walk from London, 1 year for go to Sasha Marley, and now me see Obadiah dead and me see him son now in a squalor. I talk proudly that this is what Dad had accomplished. Yeah, my youth. Me respect the position that you can stand there and talk of your dad and what your dad have accomplished. Respect due to that. Salute to Obadiah. But I'm sorry for you on the other hand. Yes, I'm sorry for you. No, my aspiration, yeah, me have a couple grandpicnic around here in Babylon. And my aspiration and dream is for one day one of my grandpicnics stand up in a parliament and tell the world, do you know who I am? My granddad was the badass. And my great-granddad was Brakumi. Yeah. And when you look at my great-great-granddad, Brakumi, you will see that he was a man that stand for the people's right, especially when it comes to the housing and paying of rent. Yeah, because Trenchtown people, most of them don't pay rent from 1958. Salute to Brother Kumi. Him set the trend there. Yeah. So, me would have a different aspiration if me did say Obadiah's son in the Ethiopian parliament or some kind of Ethiopian council, some kind of Ethiopian, you know, where your voice have an impact. So I don't know what some people are promote and what their agenda is. I'm not gonna make this much longer because, like I said, I only come on and speak about things that I think is meaningful and can shed a different light upon what is being putting down today. So if you all have something to say, and there's a brethren where Pamela's commenting make around 15 comment, it becomes personal. I'd like to ask you to refrain from coming to me like that. If you want to come to me like that, my contact number is 07851 984675. Again, my contact number for anybody, especially Rastafari and Rasta people and black people that want to score points or clarification on points, because it's not everything we have to rinse out on the platform. So if you have something that is tickling you and you'd like to get a better clearance, because what tickling you might not be tickling the other man and the other man, because what I am speaking about today is propaganda that Rastafari, Garveyism, and every other ism. You can't burn ism if you want burn ism because you play semantic with words. But I, JahBunny, not play no semantic with no word. Me not gonna make myself be not clear because I want to use some kind of word where I go strange to the people. So my vocabulary is very multi. I use words that the baby can understand or understand. But in case you want to talk to me about something that is very personal to you, then the number is 07851 984675. That's so you can get JahBunny on WhatsApp. And what would have been nice though? What would be nice, because I always tell people to do this. If you really feel that you have something that you really want to tell the world, then you can sit down and send me a voice message. And don't care which angle your voice message come, I will publish it on my platform because it is your expression that you want to let the world know. So until such time, we're going to say, stand firm and know that it is the movement of Jah people meaning black people, that desire us to go forward to Africa. But we're going to have to come better than that. We have to go show us some sweet place. Can't show we no bush and no little village where some little village people that talk about them love I and I, or love Rastafari. And that going to bring us together. And I want to see things that is tangible. Things that, yeah, my brethren in our mansion, some mansion in Africa, and I want a mansion by any means necessary. Keep a telling you, I want a mansion by any means necessary. So, that's something for her to strive and fight for. So hold tight until that time again.